Hello and welcome to the Middlewood Way. The Middlewood Way starts in Marple. The plan was to head south until we reach Macclesfield, then grab a drink at the coffee shop and then heading back north. On the way back we were going to take a detour along the Macclesfield Canal before rejoining the Middlewood Way. This was a ride that I read about a couple of years ago, but never quite got around to riding it until 2016. As you could see on the map, the route actually starts in Marple, which is in the metropolitan borough of Stockport in Greater Manchester. It then heads south to Macclesfield, which is in Cheshire. The small town of Marple used to be in Cheshire, and it has some very interesting tourist attractions, including the Marple Lock Fly, which is a series of 16 locks, and Roman Lakes Leisure Complex lies just to the southeast. It's great for walkers and anglers, and there's a couple of mountain bike routes I've read about that pass through it. The route reminds me a lot of sections of the Transpennine Trail, with surfaces of varying quality. After rain, it's definitely one for fat tyres. The Middlewood Way route is a 10-mile or 16-kilometre linear park, which makes up part of the National Cycle Network. Route 55 is signed along its length. The park was opened by Dr. David Bellamy in 1985. As with many off-road cycle paths, Middlewood Way follows the route of a former railway. In this case, the Macclesfield, Bollington and Marple Railway, which had operated between 1869 and 1970. The park was designed to serve the needs of walkers, cyclists, joggers and dog walkers, as well as horse riders, and it plays a host to a wide range of flora and fauna. The route of the Middlewood Way runs approximately parallel to the Macclesfield Canal, which passes through Bollington and the Higher Poynton. This is what gave us the idea of returning via part of the canal. Whilst riding the linear route, you will no doubt notice a lot of things to go and explore, either former railway stations or interesting sites just off the beaten path. The trail can get slightly muddy in places after rain, but it's still not too difficult to navigate as long as you have a reasonable sized tyre on your bike. Some of the interesting features along the trail will have signs explaining what and where they are. This is always useful for an avid explorer. As you can see, this is a very popular cycle route, which can, like most other NCN routes, become very busy at times. Whilst riding the route, I was impressed by the sheer number of bridges and stations that you'll see. One of the stations even had picnic tables between the platforms, which was a neat touch. I mentioned at the start of the video that the Middlewood Way forms part of the national cycle network Route 55, which goes from Ironbridge to Preston. This is a 111-mile route in total, which goes from Ironbridge through Stoke-on-Trent, then through Manchester and finally finishes in Preston. One day I might record the full route while riding it. The bridge that we are approaching now takes the Chell through, well, over Ballington. Just after the bridge at Ballington there's an interesting stone circle that's well worth checking out. This part of the route is designed to lead you back down to the old trike bed, but it is also a test of your bike handling skills. This ramp system up to the bridge going over the A523 was extremely fun. You see, even Sarah enjoyed it, and she doesn't even like riding a bike. The fact that the Middlewood Way does not have many road crossings makes it a great family-friendly route. The one crossing that you do have to make is extremely safe and easy to use. After a quick stop at the Tesco in Macclesfield where we grabbed a coffee, we turned around and headed north towards Marple once again. We retraced our steps as far as Clark Lane, then we went up off the route and headed over towards the canal. As you can see, the transition from the Middlewood Way over to the canal was an easy one at this point. It's worth noting that historically there has been issues for cyclists wanting to use canal towpaths, but now the Canal and River Trust actively encourage cyclists to use them where safe. Over on our right you will notice the Clarence Mill. We headed over the canal on the bridge to grab our lunch at a cafe here. Both the service and the food was excellent and this place comes highly recommended. After a few miles more following the canal, we decided to chance a second transition, this time back onto the Middlewood Way. We did this at Hull House Lane, however there were some steps which we needed to use. It may be worth looking at a later junction when we next ride this route. While we continue our journey north back to the cars, let's take a look at the scores for the Middlewood Way. For time taken we awarded the Middlewood Way 3 wheels. It takes between 2 and 3 hours of casual riding and this includes a short stop at Clarence Mill for lunch. Around 20 miles in total earned the Middlewood Way 3 wheels out of 5 for the distance. The terrain is extremely flat, first following an old railway line and then taking a route on the canal, so we awarded the terrain just 1 wheel. We awarded technical difficulty 2 wheels out of 5. We feel that a relative novice cyclist should be able to handle this trail, although some sections can be slightly technical, especially following bad weather. The overall score was a great 4 out of 5 wheels. Some parts of the trail can be difficult to ride after wet weather, but the general feeling is that it's a great trail, with many places to stop and explore throughout its length. Using the canal for part of your return trip gives you a whole other experience and a fantastic place to stop for lunch. All in all, this trail, and especially this trail with added canal sections, is well worth taking the time to visit and ride. If you enjoyed the video, please like and share. If you would like to see more of the routes that we cycle, then please subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to use the comments section below. If you would like to see another video straight away, there will be links to 3 more on the screen for you now. Until next time, stay safe on those trails and thanks for watching.